Let's go. Okay.
We're live.
Dom's ready? Shidi, service call? He's got it? Plumbing job? Marty.
Flash in the ringers. Michel gets a cassava. The camera is in over.
What? You wanted to see yours? We could turn around for you. Okay. So a few things I forgot to say yesterday right before the end, and you had to scream it out, but Shkoyach Heshi for sponsoring $1,000 for a raffle for the Chaver to come. So thank you very much. You want to forget? Oh no, Shkoyach. Also, a few things. I know first today was incredible. I think 16, 17 guys put onto the chat done. During the day, if you see when Avrumi, let's say, or somebody posted done, a few more guys, it's like a reminder. So it's a very good thing to do that done.
Should we do a poll? I had nobody get notifications.
A poll you could do. What? A poll you could do, but I think the point is the notification lets, if someone did it, then didn't do it, it's like a reminder for them to do it, I think. But again, if it's bothersome, we can switch it. What? Chazura.
When did it last night after?
So then you post it last night after the shir. Post done. It doesn't matter. Whenever you do it, post it. That way, it gives the guy to push. That's the concept. Also another thing is what? Pencils. Also another thing. Keep the pencils, everybody. Keep them, and it's very important. Mashi, keep the pencils, and it's very important to write inside. When you write inside, no. Okay. When you write inside, it's it basically you turn your Gemara into your own personal art scroll, and then you could have clarity. Okay. I don't have the paper, but sponsors. Yeah. So we have some of our emails. No, we're not doing all that stuff. But in reality, the shir is when we started Tanis as a schis for Akiva Simcha Mefega, for Zivugum for Chav Bas Miriam, Ahuv Bas Miriam, and Dovidari Ben Pnei Pearl Zivugum. That's what we're doing all along, so we'll keep doing that as well. So right now we're going to start the Chazara. We're going to recap what we learned, and it's Hayashin Tachas Hamita B'Sukkah Lo Yotzi Yedei Chavasei. Someone who sleeps underneath the bed in a sukkah is not Yotze the mitzvah sukkah. Amar Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says, "Noigin hinu shehinu yishem tachas hamita." I remember when he's saying he remembers when he was younger that he slept underneath the bed b'fnei hazkenim v'lo amru lanu davar, and they didn't tell us anything. And again, I know that these taich are very simple, but after when we start the Gemara, there's going to be some taich words. It's kedai to write in. It just reminds you when you do your own chazara. Amar Rabbi Shimon. And Rabbi Shimon said that the story of Tevi, the Eved of Rabbi Gamliel, Shayach Sham Tachasamita, V'amar Len Rabbi Gamliel is Kenem Re'isam Tevi Avdi, Shehu Talmud Chacham V'yideh Shavadim P'tum in Sukkah. Did you see Tevi, my slave, who is a Talmud Chacham? He knows that Avadim are parted from the Sukkah, and therefore he went underneath the bed. So Lefikach Yashanhu Tachasamita, Ulufidar Ken Lamanu. We see from this, and we learn out, Shayachan Tachasamita, Lo Yotzi Yedei Chavasei. He's not Yotzi his mitzvah. And in going with the way we did Tilna, we're going to throw in like a little story here and there. But earlier today I was learning and I found this Rabbi Gamliel is the son of Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, who was the first of the Asar Rugei Malchus. But he had an interesting story with him. He's right after the Churban Bayis, and there was a Gzera put on him that he had to be killed. And the Romans were looking for him. So there's one Roman officer who basically came near the Beis Medrash, and he said the wording he used was like, I think the one with the big nose, they're looking for you. And he basically understood, just like a nose is sort of a center of a person's face and it can make the face look good, so too a Talmud Chacham, he figured it was him, is like the center of Klai, so he knew he meant that they're looking for him. So he ran away. This officer came over to him, in hiding, and he asked him, if I save you and spare your life, would you promise me Olam Haba? So he said yes. He said, swear to me. Okay, he swore to him. So he told him, okay, so he went up on the roof, he jumped off and he died, this officer. Now they had the tradition back then that if one of the council members died, then all the rules or all the sentences and so on, whatever would be annulled. and that one was annulled, and therefore he survived. And it said that this officer was had a chelik in Olam Haba. Some interesting story. So now we're going to start with the Gemara, and the Gemara is going to start off, and we're going to do outside a little bit first, and then we're going to go in to see the taich and everything. Very simple outside. The Gemara is going to start off with a question on the Tanakama and Reb Shimon. The Tanakama and Reb Shimon say that sleeping underneath the bed, you're not Yaitza the mitzvah. So it's going to have a simple question, there's going to be a simple answer. And then it's going to go on to Rabbi Yehuda. And again, I'm only saying this outside so you have it in your head, and when we go inside, it's going to be very simple. So Rabbi Yehuda, they ask on Rabbi Yehuda, where does he get his concept that it is good to sleep underneath the sukkah? And how does he know that it's okay? So we're going to start with, first of all, it's going to start with the heights, then we're going to get with height measurements in oil, how much constitutes an oil, 10 tefachim, not 1 tefach, and so on. And then we're going to continue to his reasoning and where he learns it out from, and that should pretty much get to the end of today's learning. So, the Gemara starts off, V'haleka asara. It doesn't have 10 tefachim. So that's a question on Reb Shimon and the Tanakama that say that sleeping underneath it would be not okay. Why is it not okay? Why is it any different than sleeping under a blanket, like we said yesterday? Why is this no good? Simple answer, Tirgum Shmuel b'mita asara. Very simple. No, it is 10. You say it's not 10, it is 10, that's what we're doing. We're learning according to Shmuel and his interpretation. Now on to Rabbi Yehuda.
What's the question?
The question was on the Tanakama and Reb Shimon. Tanakama and Reb Shimon is saying that sleeping underneath the bed is not okay, meaning you're not Yaitza. Why? Because Tevi slept underneath it, so you're not Yaitza. Over here, right, they're coming to say, the reason why you say you're not Yaitza is because it's less than 10. So, I'm sorry, the reason why
You are Yaitza.
you are Yaitza, correct. The reason why you are Yaitza is less than 10, it's not counted, exactly, correct. Thank you, both of you. But, so now, he says, no, the answer is no, it's more than 10, that's why it would be a problem.
So if it's less than 10, then you're still, then you're good.
If less than 10, you're good. According to, it sounds like now, according to everybody.
Cases are more than 10?
Both cases are more than 10.
No,
No.
second case.
Right now we're
Second case?
going according to it's more than 10, and that's where it's going back. That's where the problem is.
That's why it's not.
Now we're going to move
That's
on.
what's a raya.
And now we're going to move on to Rabbi Yehuda, who says that it is okay. Oh yeah, exactly. So Tzran Hasam. So we have a mission of Halas. Echad Chur Shachuru Mayim, Oy Shratzim, Oy Shachalta Meleches. Basically, these are things, Echad Chur Shachuru Mayim, sort of water broke through and made sort of an opening. I have some pictures from the 8-minute daf from MDY's app over here. It's like this. If you see, basically, it's like it's like there's a big boulder and underneath it's open. Or he has the shratzim, or he has a bunch of each one. He goes with each one a thing. The bricks, it shows it's a tefach. Each and every one on their own. So very simple. He says like this: Echad chor shachru mayim. Whether it got opened up through water and now there's a sort of cavity, oy shratzim, or it was opened through shratzim, moles, oy shachalta meleches, or there's a corrosive thing which corroded. Oh, there you go. What page is it?
In the back, there's a little.
Yeah. What page is in the back?
No, Chufches.
Chufches. If everyone wants to go look, Chufches has each one of those pictures, what they are. For those who have the blue gemudas, whoever doesn't have them, Mitzvah Shem, they're coming soon. We have another 5 more on the way, and if we need more, let us know.
3 cases, Shuritzim and.
No. Is it Shteist? Okay.
What's Meleches?
It's like a corrosive agent.
Calcium.
Okay. Picture time is over. Let's get back into it. Okay. Or it was corrosive agent. So to a pile of bricks, or like a stack of beams. Now the concept of oihalim with tuma is that if, let's say, in the other room or in the other side of the main base medrash there's a dead body over there, then everything within this gets tummy. Same thing, these bricks, even if it's just 1 tefach by 1 tefach, which is the case that Mishnah brings, tummy, it's tummy. Fine. So he says, so that's a question. Rabbi Yehuda, who just said that, who says it is good, how come it is good? If this would be, if that's an oil, why exactly? So now he says like this. So Rabbi Yehuda says, call oil she'enas b'dei adam, an oil. So he sort of deflects on the height and width and anything. He says it has to be made by man with the intention to be used for an oil. If you don't have the intention to use it for an oil, no good. So now we want to understand my time with Rabbi Yehuda. What's the reasoning for Rabbi Yehuda? Yalef, oil mi Mishkan. He learns it out from Gzer Shava. Oil mi Mishkan. It says by the Mishkan, Ksiv Hacha. It says by us, by Ohalim, in the Mishnah. Zois HaTorah Adam Kiyamas Ba'oil. Kamanu Ksiv Hasam. V'yifresh es oil ala Mishkan. And he spread out the oil on the Mishkan. Malalon, just like over there by the Mishkan. B'dei Adam, it was Moshe Rabbeinu that did it. Afkan, B'dei Adam, so too over here, it should be B'dei Adam. That a person has to creates the oil. If it's not done by a person, no good. V'Rabbanan, now, what do the Rabbanan do with this? There's Gzer Shava basically going according to Rabbi Yehuda. And they were against him. So the answer is, oil, riba. It says many times in that pasuk over there, oil. So since it says it many times, they were able to learn out all types of ohalim, including if it's not man-made, which it says in the pasuk over there. You see, it says 3 times, oil, zois, HaTorah Adam Kiyamas Ba'oil, Kol Haba Ela Oil, V'chol Asher Ba'oil. So all of these add that whether it's man-made, not man-made, and so on. So we're going to get till here. We're going to do a quick chazara right now, and then we're going to do chazara together. So the Gemara says V'halek Asara. It doesn't have 10. Tirgum Shmuel B'mita Asara. So very simple. We have a interpretation from Shmuel. It is 10. Fine. On to the next portion. Tanan Hasam by the Mishnah Halas. Echad Chor Shecharu Mayim. Whether you have one that has a water created, oy shiratzim, or it's mold shiratzim, oy shachatim aleches, a corrosive agent, v'chein mad b'chavanim, so too if there's a pile of stones, v'chein sar shalkairis, or a stack of beams, ma'al al tuma, this is good enough to be an oil for tuma. Rabbi Yehuda says, kol oil she'eino aseh b'dei adam, ein oil, any oil that was not man-made is not considered oil. And again, there's a more deep is that you have to have the intention for it to be an oil. My time to Rabbi Yehuda. So now that he says this, where does he get this reasoning? Yalef, oil, mi Mishkan. He learns oil from a Mishkan. Ksiv Hacha, Zois HaTorah Adam Kiyamas Ba'oil. It says the word oil. Ksiv Hasam, it says over there, V'yifresh es oil al Mishkan. So, Mala Alon B'dei Adam, Afkan B'dei Adam. Each place was man-made over there by the Mishkan, so to over here, it needs to be man-made. So now, V'Rabbanan, it's a question, what did Rabbanan do with this Gzer Shava? Oil, riba, they have, it says many times in the pasuk, oil, and therefore it includes, even if it was made on its own and not man-made, and everybody just remember, Chazara helps us all, meaning when the more you do Chazara, the better it'll be. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. That can ask him that you have to.
What?